other talents like two-time Olympian Kelly Tan, Natasha, Andrea, Alyaa, Abdulghany, Jeneath, Wong, and Ashley. Before I pass it to the media for further questions, let me start the ball rolling by asking a few questions. Please start, please. First, to Kelly. Kelly, being a representative of Malaysia alongside other local players in the international tournament hosted at your backyard, how does this make you feel?
Yeah, I feel like this event is going to be very special for everybody, and especially for us Malaysian. It's a great platform for the young talents to show their talent and to play against the best in the world. And I got to play in my very first LPGA event in Malaysia when I was 17, so it changed my life and it brought me to where I am today. So I'm sure this event is going to make a very significant role, and for this next generation, and I'm sure they're all very excited to play.
Thank you, Kelly. Moving on to Natasha. Congratulations on your LPGA Tour card. This is your first event after receiving. How does this make you feel? How does being?
Basically, I had a really good year last year, going out on tour, being a first-time pro, and just getting the ins and outs of just pro life was very difficult for me. So just kind of getting that tour card and knowing that I'll be playing on tour next year, like fully, all the events with a full field, and just playing my first LPGA tournament-ish as like a confirmed LPGA tour member is in Malaysia. It's kind of like a full circle moment, because playing in Malaysia and the LPGA Malaysia gave me a lot of exposure to this kind of lifestyle when I was young, and for Kelly it also changed my life. So yeah, I'm really, really excited to get this week going, especially coming in as a more experienced player, and playing with some of the best in the tour and in the world, So just seeing how my game's faring up now versus before, definitely grown a lot. Yeah.
Thank you, Natasha. Next question to Alyaa. As an emerging talent in the world of golf, what does it mean to be part of such a tournament, and what are your aspirations for your future?
It's quite exciting to play with some of the most elite golfers in the world, especially on home tour in Malaysia. I'm really excited. We'll have a home crowd out here to cheer a lot of the local players. And honestly, my goals hasn't changed. I still want to be an LPGA Tour player next year, and I still have the opportunity to do that at Q School at the end of November. So I'm really excited to play here and get my game ready for Q School.
Thank you, Alyaa. Moving on to Jeneath. Jeneath, having achieved your acclaim in amateur golf, what is it like transitioning to the professional game?
My dream is definitely to turn professional and play on the LPGA Tour, and I think just participating in this MAYBANK tournament will bring out the experience that I won't really get in amateur golf. So I feel this will be a really good step for me in achieving my goal.
Thank you, Jeneath. Last question to Ashley. For fans less acquainted with Malaysia's tropical climate, could you shed light on the unique challenges that these conditions pose and how they might affect the gameplay at the tournament?
I think we can all agree that the weather is really hot back here. I think for all of us, we've been overseas for so long, and just coming back here, I mean, I expected it to be hot, but I mean, it's like really, really hot. I'm sweating, and yeah, just plain night is enough for me. But I think we're gonna have a fun time out here and just, really enjoying being back home again. So yeah.
Thank you. Now let's extend the questions to our media representative. Please feel free to raise your hand and we'll hand a microphone to you. State your name and the media outlet before asking your questions. Thank you. From Malkin.
Hi, this is Malkin from Bagel. My question is for Kelly. You've had lots of ups and downs, and how do you stay focused and positive on your game? Something that you can, sort of like your youngsters, the youngsters here can learn from you.
Yeah, I mean, I think I learned to deal with the ups and downs just through golf, and I'm sure it's not any surprise to them. They know how the game of golf works. There are days that you play good and you get bad bounces, and there are days that you don't play good and you get good bounces. So dealing with the up and down is just kind of like our daily life, I would say. We expect the ups and the downs, so it's not like a surprise. But obviously, this journey is not easy. I think the public thinks, you play on the LPGA tour, it's all, you're playing for big money and big purses. It's all like, it's all glamorous. It really is not. I mean, yes, if you do well, you can be really good, but obviously there's a very small percentage of the girls in this world are doing great. But I think it's just the reality of knowing what's out there. And for me, I've been playing this for 10 years on the LPGA tour, and I have gone through a lot of downs more than ups. But for me, it's more like to go through those tough times or those tough years. It's what makes me better the next year, and it is all worth it for me. And I'm sure they know this is just the beginning of their journey. They're playing college golf. Some just started playing professional on the Absent tour and all that. So it's all a good prep for them before they go on the big tour. And I know you guys know this. It's at the end of the day, you just need to enjoy the journey, embrace the downs. And I'm sure when you're winning and stuff, everything is easy and fine. But it's those days that you're struggling, and those weeks that you're not seeing if you're improving or seeing the positive. But those are the weeks that makes you stronger. And if you can get through those, you just gotta know the lights at the end of the tunnel.
Thank you. Any more questions?
General question to all 5 of you ladies. I'm sure you are at different parts of your season now. Some of you may have already completed your season, some of you are at the tail end of the season. So playing back home in a big money event, $3 million US dollars, what are your sort of goals and expectations? How does it fit into that wherever you are in your season right now?
Where do we start from?
I think for me, just being back here feels really special. I think this is the first year. The last time I played back here was when I was an amateur. I was 16 playing the San Darby. So I think just being back here, I'm in a different position right now. But it feels, I finished my season. So just looking forward to this tournament. And after this, I'm just taking a break from golf. It's just been such a long year. First year out here on tour. I think as Kelly said, like, you got to embrace the up and downs, and it's not easy out there. I think from the outside it looks all rainbows, and it's not. It's so hard, but just being back here feels so special, and playing back home, playing in front of home crowds. It's just a special place for all of us, and yeah, just really looking forward to the week.
In terms of my season, this is my second to last season of the year before I go back to the States. But I'm a different player when I was back in Malaysia, and in terms of that, my game plan doesn't really change. I'm going to stick to my routine and prep for what I can, and really just enjoy this week, do my best. And the money isn't really the biggest thing about this week, although it is one of the biggest purse for a non-major for the year, which is great and really exciting, but that really doesn't change my game plan.
Yeah, mine's the same. This is my second last event, hopefully for the season. Yeah, like Alyaa said, I don't think the money is what we need to be focusing about. At the end of the day, it's still one shot at a time. But the goal is obviously to play good, and for me, is to build confidence. And I'm going to take this week. And I know it's going to be hard playing at home and all the expectations around us, but I think those are positive things because people believe in us, and I'm going to channel that towards my positive energy and really go out there and do my best and see where I can put myself. And I want to walk away this week telling myself that, yeah, there was a confident boosting week, and wherever that puts me, it's not a big deal for me. And yeah, and I'm proud that MAYBANK has the highest purse outside of non-majors amongst this region. So I think we're all super excited. I know players are pumped to be here, and it's going to be a great week.
Well, in my
my career right now. Just got my full tour card, so yay for that. How I'm gonna go into this week, expectations and goals. I feel like there are probably quite a bit of expectations, I think, from the public, but I'm just trying to not think about that. And kind of go into this week, I got my friend Howie on the bag, and if you guys don't know, he's won club champion 3 times here, so he knows the course. His name is on there. So, you know, I'm just trying to enjoy the week, kind of see where my game is. LPG is a different level. I mean, it's a top level. It's like if you want to compete with the best, this is where you got to be. So, just trying to see how I fare against them, and if I can learn from them, and what if I can like kind of like learn how to get into this lifestyle more, because it's totally different than Epson. Epson's kind of like how do you say it? It's kind of general-ish, and then LPG is like super intense, but Epson totally trained me generally for this life, and then, okay, I'm not making sense here, but anyways. I just want to really enjoy it, that's all. I am so blessed and grateful to be here and see all of you covering this, and I'm so blessed that Malaysia wanted to hold this event, and I just want to enjoy every single moment of it, and get to know you guys with golf, yeah. Great.
We just finished our fall season at Pepperdine, and I don't really have much expectations or goals here. I just kind of want to do my best and see how I go. I just want to get the most out of it from this tournament with the experience playing with all the LPGA players and top elite players. So I just want to get the experience and learn a lot from them.
Kelly, are you sort of like under pressure to do well? I think this is your second last, right, like you mentioned, and also you play also in Japan. So do you still think that you have time? I mean, have enough time to keep your tour card?
Yeah, it's golf. Nothing is impossible. And I mean, if you're following, I don't think I'm that far off. I am on the bubble of keeping my cards, and let's face the facts. Unfortunately, this event, my points will not be counted unless I win. Just because as a sponsor invited a no-cut event, I will not play Japan next week, and I have an event in Florida. It's the Pelicans event. So yeah, I mean, I don't need to do anything spectacular to save my season, and there's no reason why I cannot. And like I just answered to Edward's question, if I can, it's just at the end of the day, it's all about confidence boosting for me right now. And if I can play confidently, I know my game is good enough, and that's all I want me to do.
This is a question for Natasha and Ashley. You both talked about a bit how the last time you've played here was an amateur, and how does it come to now that you're playing your first Malaysian professional event back here as professionals?
Yeah, it's very different. Just like, I guess I did mention this, like I was an amateur, I was 16, so it's just a very different position for me to be out here, and as a rookie out here, it just feels a little surreal to be, you know, around LPGA players and just kind of soaking every moment in, and yeah, just try to enjoy the course out here. I think this is also our first time playing at the West course, right? So it's a little different than the East course, but yeah, just it's so different, so special, and yeah, just really want to soak every moment in and enjoy myself out here.
So as an amateur, I mean, we were in like the Sam Darby LPGA program, and then we went and I qualified, I think, for 2 years, and in those 2 years I remember just being really happy to be there and just not expecting any of it, like really, like no expectations. You're an amateur, you're 16, best in the world here, like just go out there and have fun. Like if you skip into the water and fall down, like who cares? So that really was kind of like the theme of the week, really just, you know, this is like Disneyland, but for this week coming in as a pro with everything I've gone through, college golf, Epson Tour, just knowing the ins and outs and just being more strategic as a player and having now the distance, you know, and the accuracy and the experience. I think the expectations have gone more intense, and so the focus is definitely different. There's so much more emphasis on being competitive and trying to win instead of just okay, let's just give it our best shot, let's see how it goes. But still there's that, you know, we're all human, but definitely there's kind of like, oh, there's a chance. So I think that's just really the biggest difference. I'm just a different player, I'm just a different person. I have a different body coming in, yeah.
Ellie, you have been, I think you have played in all the previous LPGA events here. Do you think that this time we actually have the strongest local field? I mean, you have 3 absent tour players and Jeneath as one of the best amateur players in the world right now.
Yeah, no doubt. I mean, statistically, it shows that I believe there is only 3 players outside of top 20 that's not here. Am I right? Yeah. I mean, I think this is a very, very strong field, and I'm glad everybody was so excited to come here. And it's gonna be a battle. But yeah, I mean, even for our Malaysian, I think we have very, very young, talented, and rookies that have just turned pro. And I hate to say this, I'm sitting here and I'm gonna be turning 30 and I'm gonna be the oldest, so I don't like this. And I felt like previously when we do this, I'm always one of the youngest, so I guess time has gone by. But you know what, I'm proud of them. It's not an easy journey, and I'm proud that they are understanding that, and they are all now matured. When you ask that question, where they've been, I can tell that they've gotten matured, their game is way better, they've gained strength, and this is only their first year of playing professional golf, and I'm sure Jeneath, this is only her first year in uni, so they've come a long way, and I feel like women's golf in Malaysia have come a long way, and I'm excited for the next, youngsters that are coming up, and I'm sure we're all going to do our best, and we'll try and make Malaysia proud.
I'd like to congratulate all of you for being here. It's good to have you, and especially Natasha for winning on the tour. But my question is for Jeneath. I'm not sure if you're the youngest there, but you certainly look like the youngest. So, no, I'm just kidding.
That was a dangerous statement there.
No, just kidding. But I was wondering if you could share with us on a different thing. You actually, and congratulations for this. You played in the US Open. You qualified on merit. You were not invited. That's excellent. Can you tell us 2 things? One, like very briefly, like how was your experience? And the other thing is, what do you and your team think playing in a tournament as big as that? What do they think, like how it can help you in an event like this, and generally for your career? Thank you.
For the US Open, I definitely learned a lot, especially from all the top LPGA players. I just see how they approach the green a lot more different from the amateurs. How they plan during a practice round is totally different from amateur players, so I take a lot from that. I think how you guys can help is probably give more opportunities for like amateur or aspiring golf players, like more opportunities for them to play in these big tournaments. They can learn a lot from that, and they can probably achieve the goal in a faster way, so I think that'll be a good opportunity for them.
Share with us really briefly, which do you think are the most stronger points of your game? Because I think you haven't played here a lot, so we haven't seen much of your game. So maybe just share really briefly, like maybe the stronger points of your game, and where do you think you and your coaches will be working on, like to try to improve your game further?
I think my strongest part is probably hitting the greens. I'm quite accurate at hitting the green and regulations. I think I struggle a bit on distances. I don't hit as far as like other players, so I have a bit of longer clubs coming in or something like that, but it's not really affecting me too much, so I'm trying to go out to gym a bit more, so yeah.
Did you play a practice round yet?
Pardon?
Did you play a practice round yet?
Yeah, I just finished today.
And how did it go?
It was super hot, but it was good.
Thank you.
Before we wrap up, can we get a few words from MAYBANK Ambassador Kalita? And what's your tips and advice?
I think I've told most of this girls around me. You all know how to play golf. I'm not here to tell you how to play golf. At the end of the day, you need to go out and enjoy yourself. Whether you hit a good shot or a bad shot. And drink a lot of water this week. And I mean, most of you are playing in very, very high confidence. And at the end of the day, that's all it takes. It doesn't matter if you're playing a monthly medal, absent toy event, or a MAYBANK Championship. If you're playing with confidence, just ride that and be confidently out there and enjoy yourself.
Thank you so much. Thank you so much to the Malaysian players, and thank you so much to me.